Dang it, I forgot to add myself, and you might be hearing my TV because I was listening to one of the many videos about foodie beauty. I just had it on as background noise. I may need to get up, probably will, and get another drink. So I just realized I'm like, oh crap, I don't have much of my Gatorade left. And I'm going to get thirsty because I'm always so very, very thirsty all the time. How is everybody doing? Have you had a good day today so far? Enjoying yourselves and all of that stuff? And yeah, there was something that did happen. Because originally I was going to stream this in more than one place. So I was trying to delete just that other location, but for me to get rid of it, I had to get rid of the entire thing. So I'm like, oh crap. So that's why you probably saw, different things and you're wondering like what's going on. That's it. That's, me being human. And I just want to say hello to all of you. Hey, Joe. Hey, Albs. Thank you so much to the both of you for being here. Hey, Curious, how are you doing? And I appreciate you being here as well. And Sala's Tiny Dinger. Oh, I'm always, always happy to have Sala here. Because I was listening to stuff about your wife, and that's always just ever so much fun. You did a speed awareness course today. Oh, wow. And what did you learn from that, Curious? Because I'm curious. Hey, Sherry, how are you doing, sweetheart? And I'm so sorry. I never know how to pronounce your name, Ashok Kumar. And if I said it incorrectly, I apologize for that. Hey, Mark B, how are you doing? You had friends over for dinner? Nice. And you're sitting at this on your sofa looking like Marty. Not to get caught speeding. Oh, not to get caught speeding is what you learned about. So, did they just tell you to slow down? I mean, why are you speeding? That's what I want to know. Why are you speeding? You're waiting for laundry to dry so I can throw it on the couch. Oh, Sherry, I love that. I just love that. There's something about doing laundry is, it's not a hard thing to do, but it's the putting away after it's also nice and clean and smells so good. And then it's like, oh crap, now I've got to fold it and now I've got to put it away. Gee, I'd rather be doing other things. And then so the laundry just kind of sits there for a while. And I get it because I raise my hand, guilty. Usually I just buy more clothes. Well, I mean, that's one way to solve that issue, right? Is just to get more clothes. I can appreciate that. Oh, I'm so excited. I don't have them both out. I've only tried one on, but my Doc Martens got here today. I also ordered some that are pink, so I'm really excited about those being like a real bright pink, which, I'd love to have some bright red ones, but they don't have bright red ones like that. Don't get caught on dash cams, then you might end up on YouTube. Oh, hey there, Monhan. You just got the notification while making coffee this morning. Well, I'm so glad that you're here and you can start your day with me. Thank you so much for finding, the time and energy to just come on over here. Because if you're just waking up and need that coffee, I totally get it because I am guilty of that myself. Chalupa, where are you trying to go, sweetheart? I forgot to put little Miss Thing on a leash, but I did close the door. So I don't know if Mr. Man is going to want to get down and then then he'll want to come back up and you guys know the rest of the story with all of that. Well, so I thought something that might be fun. Now, this is not everything. This is just an example. Hey, Beth, thank you for joining, sweetheart. I thought it would be fun to share with you some of the kind comments that founders leave. And I truly believe that this type of behavior comes from the top down. And when I say the top, I'm talking about, the dude who created this ONPASSIVE stuff. And I'm guessing, he's proud of people for behaving like this. I'm guessing he condones it because they run around acting a fool all the time, leaving these types of comments. And I have many, many, many more than what I'm sharing with you. I mean, I have got a ton. You're just seeing a sample. Just seeing a sample. And tomorrow I will be speaking to my attorney, and he'll get all of this stuff as well as some other information. Hey Johnny, how you doing, sweetheart? Yeah, Beth, I knew that you did too. I knew that. Yeah. And I mean, I'm supplying, like I said, just this example. There's many more, but I'm sure we could all provide all kinds of examples. And if that is needed, I'll let creators know, because we got to stick together, since all of a sudden there's been this, and I believe a coordinated attack, because there have been at least 5 creators that I know who have received strikes. And it's very interesting to just wake up and see that going on. I mean, what I was doing was demonstrating something and jumping around to a video. I used a portion of it. It was transformative. And so a rebuttal will be made. But I haven't sent it yet because I'm speaking to my attorney. And that may very well be who is going to be sending that to YouTube. And then who knows? It might also be sent to the attorneys, Ash's attorneys, so that they can see the type of behavior his client and his client's founders, what they do. It might be interesting for them because, again, I have so much more of this. And then, Beth said, I have some. Yeah, like we all do. And that really doesn't look good. No, Sam, you really haven't missed anything. I haven't really started. I'm just chit-chatting away about some things that have happened. And then I also know, I think it's 6 creators who lost their Instagram accounts too. So I'll be talking to a couple of people about that. And so you guys know, I'll be speaking at the 4th annual MLM conference, which is happening May 2nd and 3rd. I don't know which day I'll be speaking on, but I will be demonstrating the tools that you guys have seen on my site, but there's actually going to be some other tools for other companies put back there too. Because the whole idea is for this to grow and to become a resource for others so that people can make informed decisions. So there you have it. That's what we're doing tonight. And yes, Joe, on Instagram. Yeah. And I chatted with one person about theirs. And, we'll see what else happens. Because, do I plan on shutting up? Nope, I don't. Does Beth plan on shutting up? Nope, she doesn't. The other creators, which I haven't spoken to, I seriously doubt they're just going to, go into that good night. Hey, Magical Nev, how are you doing, sweetie? Good to see you. And you guys, thank you so much for sending me some pink hand wavings. I appreciate it. Beth, that is for sure. You do never shut up. Hence, I've had to tell you many times to shut up because I needed to say something. Oh, critical thinker. This is a good one. ONPASSIVE keeps going on about freedom of speech and correcting the corruption, yet here they are putting so much effort into shutting down the people talking against them. Isn't that interesting? I find that to be, kind of, I'm not going to come up with the right word, kind of like the opposite. That's what they're doing. It's like they do not really believe in that. They believe in freedom of speech for themselves and for their founders. They don't believe in it for anyone else. They don't want to have anybody come and speak out about them. They want to shut those people down. Monhun says, you better be careful of the Dubai police, and Ash's judge will be knocking to your door. Oh, yeah. The Dubai police will be here any moment because they have great jurisdiction. Yeah, exactly, Magical. And free speech is only for Ash and his followers, Rules of the not for me team ONPASSIVE. And Joe says, the cowards of ONPASSIVE. I mean, I'm just guessing what they can't take the criticism. They can't take the heat of people calling them out if issues that we see. And I always love how they say, you don't know anything about ONPASSIVE because you're not in it. Hey, Staccato. Oh, naysayers. Well, here's the thing. I've watched many things, many, 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 many things that, are on O Connect that you guys as founders, you've watched. So it really kind of seems like I've been given access to the same stuff. People send me stuff and it's like the same junk you guys have seen. So, I'm not really sure how we don't know anything. There's stuff that I have said that I cannot say public, and that is still true. There's things I cannot say publicly for various reasons, and I'm not going to. So here we go. So we have SEC's behavior and a nay. Well, hello, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. I have as many OMail accounts as most of the founders. Wow, Joe, that's great. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen. Where is it? Which one? Which is the thing? It's not on a tab. Hang on just a second. Let me figure out where this is. And I don't know how to say your name, but it says Saw384 at the end. I'm so glad that you have love in your heart. And thank you so much for the pink hand wavings. I just absolutely love pink hand wavings. So that means the world to me to get them from you. Thank you so much for sending me the pink hand waving. I love it. Can I publicly suggest that ONET may not have as many users as Facebook? Yes, you absolutely can. You guys can suggest whatever the hell it is you want to suggest about anything about this company. You can say whatever you want to. And I don't have a problem with you doing that. I mean, I'm sure Mr. Man, who cannot take the heat, will be like, oh, you can't do that. Meh, meh. because, they like to cry out that we're just being mean. We're just being mean. Is that really the case? Are we just being mean? Yeah, we're not. That's not it. He doesn't like the criticism. Hey, Jelly Snack, how are you doing, sweetie? Well, if I could get to the right damn place to find what I'm looking for, that would really help, wouldn't it? And sorry, it takes a while for this stuff to load because I have so much stuff on this external drive, which is slowly getting eaten up by all the craziness. Okay. Let me see now if I can find it. Yep. Okay. Because I had it kind of down. So there we go. And I will remove myself so that you can see it. Can you guys see that okay? I only make one blog post on ONET. That's it? Just one? Wow. Wow. Just one? That's pretty pathetic. So this one says the SEC are losers when it goes against ONPASSIVE. So they're calling a government entity of the U.S. a bunch of losers. And I guess the people who work there are losers too, which I find that so very odd, because when do you hear that type of conversation outside of the world of MLM? And they keep saying, oh, we're not MLM. Well, you sure as hell act as if you are. You exhibit all the behavior that you are. And then you say, but we're not that. We're not that. ONPASSIVE is a real company with real products. Oh, plural, real products. And I believe Marty said today that O'Mail had issues and they were revising all of O'Mail. Well, we know O'Mail has issues. I believe all of the products, the free products and the paid product, all of them have issues. We're aware that they all have issues. But for some reason, for a long time, people acted as if they didn't. Ash acted as if they didn't. They were all la la la. This is so great. This is so great. This is everything's so great. It's wonderful. And then all of a sudden it comes out, no, it's complete crap. Okay, so basically what we already said. But we can't say that apparently. If this is not so, then you may have some reason to hate. No, we're not hating. We're being critical. So why is all the hate? I would like to understand. Well, I mean, if you have watched me for a while, you would kind of get why I have issues with ONPASSIVE and why other people do as well. And there's other content creators that do as well. The ones that Ash has recently had a coordinated attack on. At least it sure seems like he's had a coordinated attack. Now, let me take this off the screen because I'm making sure that all the names are covered. And I'm not sure if the next one, if they are. Over the weekend, one of the OTech pros said that ONET and OMail are being rebuilt and they'll be better. Like they could get much worse. Oh my gosh. And Johnny says, the comment is mostly correct. They are a real company with real products with real people. That actually is why the SEC can get them. Anybody here can tutor me in Linux? I'm sorry, I can't. But I'm sure there are people that can. Okay, let me just check this out because I do want to make sure that everything is covered. Oh, no, I did not. So let me do that real quick because I don't want to put people on blast because it's not about that. I'm not going to just show their names. I mean, I could, but then if I did, they got privacy, privacy, privacy. Because they will take any little thing and just, scream about it, which I think is just rather funny. Because there are so many hateful things that you guys say, and it's like y'all are fine with, you guys saying hateful things, but if you perceive that we're saying something hateful, oh no, can't do that. Can't do that. Can't have anybody else doing that. Bunch of pussies. That's what I have to say about that. That's what I think. Okay. Let me get this back up. Okay. So here's the next one. ONPASSIVE haters with crying emoji, crying and laughing emoji, actually. So you have time to be posting ONPASSIVE videos to get attractions from founders to watch your video, and you earn income from YouTube. You're a big fool. Crying emoji, well, laughing and crying emoji, whatever. There's emojis on there. And for some reason, which I always find this so damn comical, that they think we are making bank with creating ONPASSIVE videos. That just cracks me up, because we're not. It's not like we are like, oh yeah, I can just kick back now. I don't have to worry about ever working again, because you know what? I'm making the bank on YouTube because I'm speaking out about ONPASSIVE. Are you fucking serious? I mean, that is one of the most ridiculous things I have ever heard. So let me see what you guys have been saying. Okay. On there are OTech pros. I shudder to think what the OTech amateurs are like. Wow. Let's see. I'm trying to get it up. Okay. Why was the last O canceled last week? I don't know what you mean by the last O. I mean the show on Friday. I don't know. I would just say that they didn't have anything to say. They found the seats got too wet and the leather was ruined, is what Johnny said. Over the weekend, one of the OTech pros delivered my Uber Eats curry. I tipped him 10 O coins. Well, that was very kind of you. I'm a nay bimbo, says Sherry. Let's see, anything else? Like Marty threatening someone. Okay, Sherry, when was Marty threatening someone? Because it sounded like today that he was, and at least it felt like it to me. Lamar, damn, the P word. Yeah, well, that's just, that's how I feel about him. Marty is making money on YouTube, yes. And I have said that often. Go look at your own people who are doing these daily things, who are basically, I guess the puppets for Ash. They're making money off of this. Far more money than what I'm making, or that what Beth is making, what any of us are making. Do they think founders are making bank while they are not? I don't think they do. I think they realize that they're not. Muhammad Ashraf, hello, welcome, and thank you so much for the pink hand wavings. I just love pink hand wavings. And Joe says, as I have said many times, Alonda could make more by making videos walking her dogs. Well, yeah, they're very cute dogs, aren't they? They're very sweet. Johnny says, don't hate them on passivity and support the left tail of the bell curve. Oh, my goodness. And yes, my email, Sam, is I'll put it in the chat, the recovering punbot at gmail.com. There you go. I posted it up yesterday, but he also got angry today. Haha. Oh, what? So you posted, what did you post, Beth? And it got someone angry today. That's funny. I don't trust ONPASSIVE people in the chat, Monhun. Yeah, I don't trust them either. But I'm not going to just kick them out. I don't know what they're looking for. I believe they've been told to come and spy on us, and to report us. I will be glad to play matchmaker. Marty was threatening his dietitian. Jeez. Hey there, Insolent Violet Catch-Up Crew. Thank you so much for catching up and being here. I appreciate that. I would love dog walking videos. The puppies are so good. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. I'll have to do some more of that. I just double checked, and yeah, that was today. Today's reaction was a 10-minute video from yesterday. Wow. And I think Beth gave out her email too. Because it went down. And Beth gave hers as well. And right, we can have deeper technical chats than the O pros. Yeah, O Tech pros. He threatened Andy. He got very angry and called him names. Jeez. I mean, that's just something right there, On their live today, Chris said something about the negativity on a webinar. Maybe that's why they didn't have the regular webinar. Yeah, I heard that too. So they're going basically saying, like, do that privately, don't do that publicly. And I find that just odd. And that really shows me how tightly they want to control the narrative. Is they don't want the public to know that their founders are upset about anything. Oh, wow, you watched like 40 hours of ONPASSIVE streams in the last 72 hours? Oh, I don't know how you did that. I just don't know how. They also telling people not to Google ONPASSIVE. They're telling people not to Google ONPASSIVE? That's weird. They want to stop the corruption, but want to silence anyone that doesn't agree with them. Exactly. Exactly, Lamar. That's what they want to do. Anyone that disagrees with them, they just want to ostracize, report, condemn, say horrible things about, blah, 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 blah. That's what they want to do. And I just, find it so disheartening that they are supposed to be these, people who want to uplift humanity. But if someone doesn't agree with them, they just want to like kick them to the curb. That really doesn't sound much like you're uplifting anything. It sounds like you are just keeping a very closed narrative. That as long as the narrative aligns with yours, then people can speak. But if they say anything against it, huh, they don't want to hear that. Marty says Google is a search engine and not a truth engine. Gee, doesn't make the company sound good. And if you have to tell them to ignore the SEC and naysayer results, exactly. I mean, to tell them to ignore the SEC, that's really weird. Oh, your mother-in-law was having surgery today? Oh, I hope she's okay. Yeah, exactly, Beth. The information control was high, and it proves it. Yeah, absolutely. Limesa, how are you doing, sweetheart? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it, as do others. Okay, so now here's a couple more. Making unnecessary reports against a legitimately functioning company. Now, I don't know what they mean by making unnecessary reports, because it's not like I'm running around reporting things every single day. I don't think any of us are like reporting things every single day. I just give things to my attorney as I need to. That's what I do. Have I reported things to the FTC? Yeah, I did that. They have that on file. Was the SEC in the room when I spoke at a conference last year? Yeah, they were. And I'm speaking at a conference again this year. Will they be there? Yeah, they're going to be there. And the next one says, rubbish, devil people, what concerns you about this ONPASSIVE? Oh, I didn't finish all of this either. Okay, sorry. This group has been fired from this company. Oh, wait. Let's back up a little bit here. Okay, so this legitimately functioning company, this group has been fired from this company. Who in the hell has been fired? You guys, have any of you worked for ONPASSIVE and have been fired and then you started making videos? Are you guys actually former ONPASSIVE, people? Because I'm not. I never worked for ONPASSIVE. A team of them are now making videos in this and are misusing it to spread hate and make unwanted comments against this company. Okay, so do you mean that people are making critically analyzing what you guys say, what Ash says, and then we analyze that and we combat what is being said with our own opinions? Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. There's nothing wrong with making transformative content either. That's what we do. But you guys, I mean, ONPASSIVE again, I guess it's just made out of a bunch of pussies who can't take the heat. Then we get rubbish, devil people. What concerns you about this ONPASSIVE? Well, I'm a consumer advocate. I speak out against things that I find to be problematic with companies who I feel are taking advantage of people. You may not feel like you're being taken advantage of, and I get that, because I didn't feel like I was being taken advantage of until I realized I was. Monhun says, founders getting fired from their own company for violating their rules is always funny to see. Seems like something that would happen with MLM business owners. Yep, it sure does, doesn't it? But we're not MLMs. We're not MLM. We're not. That's what I always find to be so funny. Bimbos of Satan. Daughters of Satan. I want to be devil people. A mushroom destroyer. I was a secret double agent all along. How did you guess? How did you guess? I've always been this double agent. Yep, you found out. You found out. Hello, I don't know how to pronounce your first name, but the last name I think it's Singh, and I got some pink hand wavings. Thank you so much for the pink hand wavings. I love those things so very much. And yeah, it is interesting that they chose to call them unnecessary and unwanted comments. Like they couldn't find anything to legitimately call you out on. Right? Right? Beth said, I'm a lot of insults to a lot of people, but devil people might be a new one. I was called the devil's daughter once. Wow. Wow. I mean, it's just crazy some of the things that they come up with. All ye devils. I'm with pink hands waving. Oh, perhaps I'm being paid with O coins. Oh, how did you find out? Yeah, I've got millions of O coins. However, did you find out? I'm the queen of O coins. Oh my gosh, how did you find out? Oh, you just took your Hunbot Consumer Advocate shirt out of the dryer. Well, thank you, Sherry. I'm so very glad you did. And Monhun said they may just as well write comments about mean YouTube lady hurt me in the feels. Bad lady. Lamar says, so can we report them for talking bad about other products such as Zoom, Slack, and Google like they do all the time? Yeah, you can. Absolutely, you can report that. Beth says, Alanda exposed. Monhun says, Alanda's agent name within OP is Marshmallow Kisser. I might have to make, merch of Marshmallow Kisser. She has all the apples, says Mushroom Destroyer. Oh, yes, all the apples. Oh, my gosh. Millions of Ocoin, you're a penny air. How did you guess? How did you guess, Takara? Thank you for joining. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next one, but I'm having so much fun reading what you guys say. All right. Now, I don't think I've ever just said ONPASSIVE is a fraud. Maybe in something I was reading, it did, but I'll read this comment. You cannot claim ONPASSIVE is a fraud. You have no evidence. Just, let's see, the initial claim by the SEC and the amended claim by the SEC. There's a lot of evidence mentioned in that. And I have also shared other things that were mentioned, such as when Michael Ames, millionaire or whatever the hell he's called, came up with the idea of ONPASSIVE founders making over $2 million a week. And that was talked about within the claim filed by the SEC. I shared that again, that it was within the SEC, but I just showed where they got that from. You cannot say this is a pyramid scheme. There is no pyramid. Nobody is getting paid for nothing sold. Well, that is for damn sure. Nobody is getting paid for nothing sold. So then would you prefer being called a Ponzi scheme? Because I believe the SEC called it a pyramid scheme. You cannot say this is an MLM. It is not one. Well, according to the SEC, they said it is an MLM, which is something that I think we've said before, just based on the overall structure and everything. Why would anyone who has been waiting for 4 years want Ash to rot in jail for $97? That, oh gosh, I always hate this, that he has given you back, as well as 100% profit on the first sale of O Connect, a great product, which has since been called out as being a crappy product, which we already knew before it was called out as being a crappy product. And you did not get back $97. You got 97 O coins, and they're claiming that each O coin is worth $1. So it's like you got a discount on it. But he still got the original $97 from you. You just got a deeper discount on O Connect. He did not give you back money. In fact, I don't think anybody can withdraw actual money from their accounts right now, at least last I heard. And, maybe there are, now it's like 5.5 years. So it's not just 4 years. So this was said a while back. And like I said before, I have many more comments. Many, 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 many more. These are just some examples. So maybe by now, some of them would prefer that he rots in jail. I don't know. And I believe this reference to rotting in jail was something another person had made a comment about. I did not say that. That he has given you back 100% profit of the first sale. Well, here's the thing. Have you gotten that profit? Have you been able to withdraw it? Or is it just sitting there in O coins? This lawyer is not only boring, he doesn't seem to know anything about ONPASSIVE, just some hearsay perhaps. My question to you, and he used my name, what scheme are you into this over? Sheesh. Well, you guys, do you know what scheme I'm in? Am I promoting a scheme? Because I'm not. I'm not involved in any scheme. And Doug does know about ONPASSIVE. It's not like it doesn't come to his mind as it does with us who are involved in it on a day-to-day basis. But he has a lot of information on it. And when he needs to pull from that information, he will. But he was on to answer questions people had. And so he did. But I love how they say that the lawyer is boring. I just love that. And there's also been implications that basically Doug doesn't know anything. All right. So the next one, has the internet ever win dawn? I'm not really sure what that even means. If yes, then you don't have a case. I don't even know what that means. So what? I used Omail all, I guess that's supposed to be the time, and it works. So what are you saying? Oh, I know people that have used it and it doesn't work. So you're able to get Omails and send Omails. So you use Omail every single day? Are you promoting Omail for other people to use? Do you recommend Omail as a viable product? Because, it just came out that is being redone because it's crap. And then what exactly are you driving at? You didn't really say ONPASSIVE is a scam or not. You bastardize O Connect, but you later admit is true. So what is your point? You are not the one to help us think. It doesn't matter how long we waiting, where we lose or not. We are in it to win it. Shut up. Well, it just sounds like you're very angry and that you really don't like people speaking out. I mean, that just sounds like an angry person that is taking out their anger on someone speaking out about O Connect and everything else. Oh, Mushroom, right? Right. The only thing I'm shilling is some common sense. Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's see what else you said. This is good. Like, it's up to you to provide all the evidence for them. Just like how you and Beth never approached Chris to save him when he was working his auto factory job. No sense of personal responsibility. Yes, it's a worthless product, and Joe is speaking about O'Mail. Lamar says a few people have withdrawn. I believe Chris and Marty did, and that says a lot right there, doesn't it? Because there's a lot of just regular people that I think didn't. Mushroom says ONPASSIVE really as effective as trickle-down economics. It's a joke. And Beth says Ocoin is not on the exchange, is worth $0 just because Ash states it's worth that much does not make it so. Yeah, that's pretty much. Lamar, the devil hussy scheme. Oh, that's what I'm into. Well, I'm so glad that you came up with a name for it. I'm so very glad. And Takara, you are right. We can't allow them to silence us. And I mean, we will continue speaking out, and we can speak out on other platforms. I mean, I will definitely continue speaking out. And there are other platforms. And there's my site too. Lamar says they launch in September, and I'm still waiting to see Catmo in full effect. And Beth sayers of nay will never be silenced. Right, we've got comedians in chat much funnier than any Ash or Marty tries to say. And Joe says, well, I say it's a fraud in my honest opinion, of course. It is true this chat is way more amusing than listening to Ash. Yeah. Nobody is paid for nothing sold. LOL, deceased. Exactly. Exactly. Monhan says, them accusing you of trying to shill something else just shows they're only in OP for the money, not for uplifting humanity. Oh, 100% profit equals BOGO. O Connect. Beth says, yeah, they haven't clued in they won't get commissions until the second payment's due to the first group making 100% commissions. Mark says, I'll only accept O coins if they have Ash's head on them wearing a crown. Oh my gosh, that's funny. I think 99% of the users have problems. The other 1% is completely ignoring the issues. Yeah, probably so. And Monhan says Julie should have used O'Mail for the wrinkle reports instead of Gmail. Her workload would have been reduced by 100%. Yeah, right, because she, it doesn't work. I know, Joe. Any sense makes Ash very mad. Yeah, he doesn't like for us to point out anything that's just common sense. They're in it to win it. Shut up, geesh, right? Right. Harden Singh. I don't know if I probably just said that completely wrong. And I'm so very, very sorry I don't say your name correctly. I apologize. I apologize profusely. I wonder how many founders are upset you get to say what you're thinking but aren't allowed to say. They're going to hate me on X. Queen, you and me both. Yep. If Ash doesn't figure shit out quick, Mike Ellis is going to be looking for another side gig. Right? Okay. I've gotten caught up with your comments. All right. I love the way scammers are furious that ONPASSIVE is a real company which cares for all. Ash cannot fail to show his face simply because you feel insecure. What in the actual fuck does that even mean? I mean, I've been on camera countless times. It's very easy to see my face on my channel. I mean, I always crack up over that, where they get like all pissed off that I'm not showing my face. Well, what about Robin Noble? What about Bill Must? What about your own founders who do not show their face? What about them? Are you upset that they don't show their face? I mean, it's because it seems like if you're upset about people not showing their face, you should be upset with them too. That way, we're clear. That way it's equal. And you're not just upset when it's someone speaking out critically that I'm not showing my face at that exact particular moment in time. And did you know there's a bazillion of faceless YouTube channels? Have you ever heard about that? There's plenty of them. Those who criticize Ash do not know anything about the big project and lead any massive or mega project. The challenge of projects to curb corruption, uplift humanity, and many more. Oh, uplift humanity are many. Okay, that just absolutely makes no sense. If the idea is disruptive, then the challenges are bigger. A negative mindset cannot imagine all these and go on criticizing those ideas. Okay, and you're just saying this because this is what Ash has made you believe. This is not you having your own thoughts, which are also challenges to them and need to be overcome. Ash has the ability to all these challenges. God is with him. Dogs do bark when elephant walks on the road, but elephant never cares to dog barking. Well, if that's actually true, that, Ash shouldn't care about any of us barking, then why is he doing coordinated strikes? That's my question. You're the scam woman. You're benefiting from ONPASSIVE videos. Find something better to do. I'm an advocate for consumers. And I'm an advocate for people who I feel like have been treated unfairly. And that definitely goes with this. You may not feel like you've been treated unfairly. And I understand that because I didn't think I was either. And then all of a sudden I woke up and I realized, holy crap, I'm being used. And I hope one day you find the courage to be able to think on your own and see that for yourself. We are in such a good position. Thank you, brothers, for the update. Heart, strong arm. People should learn to understand what it really means to mind your own business and use your time to do something worthwhile in 2024. Well, I think, calling out things that I find problematic, I think that is doing something good and worthwhile in 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021, 2019, because I started in 2019, 2025, 2026, 2027, 2020. Okay, you know what? Just go on and on and on. I'll continue calling out things. And if you haven't noticed, our channels are not all about just ONPASSIVE. Has there been a predominant focus on ONPASSIVE? Yeah, because you keep doing so many janky ass things. And there can be commentary and criticism, reactions. There's plenty of reaction channels. And that's what we're doing. We're reacting, providing commentary to public figures who signed up for ONPASSIVE. So you shouldn't have a problem with that. And why should we mind our own business? I mean, this is our business, is calling out things that we find to be problematic. You just would prefer that no one does that. Thank you, Mr. Ash Mufareh, sir. 360, very nice. Lots of hearts. That's what I have to say about that. Okay, let me check you guys, see if you guys have said anything. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I think this is the next thing. I'll start working on the dies for O coins stamped out of Coke Zero cans. Mushroom says, Ash can't even handle a simple question. He's got to take the scenic route to explain anything. True. True. You know, Marty and Chris, nobody can actually handle a critical question. Wow. I may have spent the last 3 days tagging YouTube about their spam and scam. Oh, you too? You too? Yeah, I'd even tag them with a link to the SEC stuff. I would break my camera. Oh my gosh. Joe, I don't think so, sweetheart. You're a good-looking guy. Let me see. I might start making ONPASSIVE my only content. It seems they really want to keep my attention. Yep, they do. It seems like they want our attention big time. You can't say mind your own business when you put things in the public. Use your own ecosystem to post videos and updates, and you guys will avoid all of this. It doesn't even take the long route. He just doesn't answer. Yep, that is true. He doesn't answer. That is absolutely true. He just like, la, 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 la. Just a couple of more. Dear Madam, for a few bucks, you also depend upon ONPASSIVE despite being negative and critical about it. ONPASSIVE will give everyone as it is working for humanity. No, I don't depend upon ONPASSIVE. I don't. I can make videos about other things. I've just continued to focus on ONPASSIVE because you guys keep on doing the most jankiest shit. And so it's like every time I'm going to do something else, I'm like, holy heck, something else that's stupid happened. And so then I talk about it. Michael Williams is very correct. But you, madam, without knowing anything about ONPASSIVE, just created a question of doubt, which is not at all valid. If you are not involved in it, you question it and raise a doubt. There is no MLM language in this whole webinar. You only create that doubt. ONPASSIVE is working well, and it is not a humor. What? It is working for the entire humanity. Just wait. you will just appreciate their efforts. Well, if it's working for all of humanity, then why is it so afraid of small channels speaking out? I mean, we're all small YouTube channels that are speaking out. And I mean, and people who only made one video about ONPASSIVE that have less than 1,000 subs, you attack them too, which really to me shows a lot about the overall character, none of which is good. However, it's still working. Well and done. And why do you not do something for people? If it's not, then why? Don't put your middle finger in your pussy to cool you down, old lady. You know, I've had a lot of things said. Monhun, thank you so very much for the super chat, super coin, super whatever it is. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. 5 bazillion O-coin just to make founders jealous. Well, thank you so much. Yep, that's more than what they've made. Absolutely more than what they've made. ONPASSIVE has no rivals in terms of free. Alonda buying pizza. I'm buying pizza. Mushrooms, like, the fuck? Oh, you should show the name on that one. Well, I could, but I'm not going to, because I'm not going to be dirty like that. I absolutely could. And, you know, what my attorney gets, he'll get all the names. I know you guys want me to show the name. I know you do. You know. Yeah, they do. They do get weird about doxes. We have to watch it with names at the moment, guys, because they can privacy it being safe. Yeah, and that's really, that's the whole thing. If I show any of the names, they will come out with privacy claims to shut me down and make my life, you know, a little bit more difficult. And I really don't want to deal with that. Okay. Did I read all of these? Yeah, I did, because I was called the old lady. I mean, do you think that's an insult to me? I mean, to me, that just really shows you don't have much. If that's what you're going to say. Oh, oops. Okay, let me take this off. And I'll probably have to trim that out before I get it live, because I had one where there was someone that I did not cover up. That happens sometimes. I mean, not that you could see anything, because it was like a tiny ass picture. I don't think that anybody is going to be able to say, oh my God, it's privacy, when you can't even tell who it is and the name is covered up. But, you know, these people are just a bit wackadoo. They would do anything. Okay. All right. All right. I'm a spring chicken compared to most of the foundership, right? I am. I am. And Johnny, there are a lot of comments like this that I have left up. And it is to show their character. And if they go around, you know, and get rid of them, I already have copies of those things they've said. He said, don't stick your finger, like they were warning us. I right? Like, okay, I shouldn't masturbate. Was that it? I should not do that? Is that what they were trying to say? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I do. I do. I do let a lot of the nasty comments go through. It's sometimes you never see the nasty ones. You usually see the dumb ones. Well, I let some through. I know that. And Mushroom says, I don't get the insult, honestly. Yeah, it's just weird. It's just weird. They say some of the weirdest thing. I have checked out the product. Okay, this is from Quora, just so you know. I have checked out the product you spoke of and tried to upload it on their podcast. It didn't have anything useful to say except a recorded canned voice. It will be launched soon. Nothing is happening. Wow, Academy sounds sophisticated, but where can I or anyone find even a test version of Academy online? I tried. All I found were simple websites designed with the sole purpose of duping people into becoming founders and paying money for an imaginary product. If I'm wrong, then please tell me where to find a demo version of the Academy software or hub. I'll wait. If you have spent $97, you could have access to the products we have access to and private meetings with the CEO and other staff and officers. That's a privilege of being a founder. And you know, without a doubt, period. That's right. A lot of people who speak so nastily loud here and everywhere are outsiders to ONPASSIVE. I was a skeptic because of my involvement in Ponzi schemes, but because blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you were already involved in a Ponzi scheme, but you saw ONPASSIVE and you're like, wow, this sounds great. How do you feel now without being paid? For those of you who still think ONPASSIVE is a scam, well, think again. They have real products, which will benefit a lot of businesses and individuals around the world, which are starting to be released now to the members for testing. Here's one such product, Academy, and they will have many more on the pipeline. I've never seen Academy as a product that you can test. I've seen it as a product that they claim will be made. I haven't seen anything of it actually made. I have checked out the product you speak of and tried to upload. Okay, this is a repeat of that. Okay. All right. So that was a repeat of that. So yeah, that's what I have. That's what I have. It's Monica's fault that you know about MLM. Oh wow, I'll let her know that you're blaming her. Oh right, Pure Romance should sell Tiny Dinger condoms. Yep, totally. Yippee says, how long will this lying criminal be able to avoid paying the people he promised and owes? Well, I mean, that's interesting because when you look at the global structure of all of that and where they're supposed to be paid from, it's not with who they signed the NDA. And I've already shown that. And that CEO is not Ash. It's Kamal. He doesn't owe anything to anyone. He didn't make an agreement with anyone. Exactly, right? Rebuilding something will take them forever. But, you know, the founders are just going to buy it and be like, oh, that's okay. That's okay. You got to make it perfect. Well, wasn't he supposed to do that the first time around? I mean, I thought he said you only get one chance to make an impression. He had that chance, didn't he? Oh, wow. Allah is now selling pure romance. Oh, gosh. No, not quite. I'm selling nothing. I'm selling nothing. I'm just stating some truths. And right? Scam me once, shame on you. Scam me twice, shame on you. Scam me 4,000 times, shame on you. Typical founder. I get sick and tired of them saying it is a product that doesn't work, right? How do you brag on that? Academy is completely fictitious the way that Ash describes it. It would entail forging partnerships with accreditations with educational establishments, and that's way beyond ONPASSIVE's expertise. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, there are MOOCs that have establishments, relationships with like Duke University, Cornell, Harvard. I mean, all over the place. I don't think they'll be coming to ONPASSIVE. He said it was the best ever already. Wow, if that's the best ever. That says we're probably doing this 100 times, so get ready, folks, right? Right. And Monhan says they only get one chance to do a second commercial launch of the first release of their second version of the fourth product with the 17th payment gateway. Wow. Oh, goodness. Tiny Dinger Condoms about to release Tiny Dinger diapers for big man babies who falsely strike channels. Well, good. He needs to. He definitely needs to do that. If the products are above market value, then why don't they like the product? Yeah, that's kind of strange, huh? I mean, they're supposed to be so fantabulous. Let's O was the best ever. Oh, goodness. Let's O is just hysterical to me. Well, guys, that's all that I had for you today. I hope you did enjoy that. I will be streaming other things and stuff, but you'll always be able to find a way to speak whatever you want to about ONPASSIVE as I am doing other things, such as I can continue reading Ponzi-nomics. I got Robert's first book. I want to say it's called False Prophets. And I also have his most recent book too. And I have a book by John Atack, which is A Piece of Blue Sky. And I can't remember like some of the other ones. So I will be like reading from those, but please come and we can see how they correlate to, any MLM such as ONPASSIVE. So even if, you're going like, you're just reading a book, I'm not seeing anything. I think you'll be able to find ways to, see those connections. And I think it will be important. I think it's important that founders see that. So please come and participate in that. So they not only hear me reading a book, they also hear what people are saying, how it connects to ONPASSIVE. Tracking women. Ash is one of the last guys I'd trust with that, right? Oh my gosh. Oh, did I see a product called Oh Women? Something about tracking women's health. Think it was on a Bill Musk video. Bill Musk has all kinds of videos. Exactly. Those O connections. Yeah. And there's a lot. But as I read Ponzinomics, because I just got to, hang on, because I have the book here and I'll tell you where I'm at. Hang on, I got to get up because it's not right where I can reach it. And I'm sure there are other things that I can do that will be of interest to you. Okay. I'm sorry, Chalupa. Sorry, Chalupa. I am at Anatomy of a Pyramid Scheme in this book. So I think it talks about, the first part is just a few questions, and then endless chain, pay to play, recruiting mandate, extreme money transfer from bottom to top. I mean, I know these are things that we know of, but I do want founders to be able to hear this. The perverse proportions of a pyramid pay plan. And then next after that is secrets of the pyramid. Secrets ancient and modern. The saturation secret. Staying one step ahead of attrition. The secret of growth. And then we get into the lore of legality. So there's some very interesting things that I think you will be able to connect dots. Maybe I could stream about maybe you could stream on OConnect and see if they are able to shut you down. Or if it will be like a few weeks ago when Chris couldn't figure out how to kick off a hater on their webinar. You're welcome, Beth. I'm glad you enjoyed it. They would probably be so confused about how to strike themselves. Oh my gosh. Right? Isn't it an ironic part to be in? Yeah, it is. But I think it'd be worthwhile to read that because I think it's very important for people to understand. You've been honored by John Borrelia accusing you of being a dirty weasel for asking a difficult question. Yeah, they just don't like the difficult questions. If you ask questions, you're just, a terrible person. But I thought this was for everyone. I thought they're here to uplift humanity, unless you are critical of them. Anyway, I'm going to get down on the go-go. I want to thank everybody who was here. Thank you very much to my patrons, to my channel members, to everyone who participated in the chat, and to the lurkers, also to the catch-up crew, whoop, whoop, to you guys, and to the replay crew, whoop, whoop, to you as well. I appreciate everyone being here ever so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, and don't forget, you're beautiful, and I love you. Until next time, good night, everyone.